Hi there, I'm Jako Lucas here in the Grand Bahama at East End Lodge, and what I'd like to talk to you today is about clothing out on the flats. I've been guiding on many different saltwater locations and spent a lot of time in the sun, and I think it's very important to make sure that you've got the right clothing, to make sure that you've got a fantastic trip and not worried about clothing. I think the first key thing that I always make sure that I have is a good quality sun shirt. As this one I've got on is a 50% sunproof shirt, and Sims make good solar flex shirts, and as do a lot of other manufacturers. Just make sure that you've got good sun protection. I'm a guy with a fair skin, and I always want to make sure that I've got good sun protection. I mean, you can also get these any kind of shirts, just make sure that they've got the sun protection factor. This is another Sims shirt, and as you'll see, we do wear colors, shirts with a lot of neutral colors. So when you're in bright sunny conditions, I like to wear a white shirt or a blue shirt, just to kind of match your environment and just make sure that you stay as camoed as possible. Then the next thing is I always like to vary when I'm out on location is between a pair of shorts and a pair of longs. A lot of the times you'll find if you wear shorts on the first day, you're going to get burnt on your legs, and at least instead of just using sunscreen, you want to make sure you've got a long pants just to cover your legs for the next day, or as you may. But I like to vary it up. And then a very key thing again that we use that's absolutely key is to have a good quality buff. Buffs just to protect your face. Again, a lot of people would just rely on sunscreen. I do not just rely on sunscreen. I make sure that I cover up with the clothing that I've got, and that's again also key with the sun gloves. You'll see that even if you put sunscreen on your glove, on your hands, you'll find that it gets washed off really quickly, especially if you're having a good day and landing a lot of fish. That sunscreen goes away very, very quickly. Then the next thing is hats. As some of you may know, I do like to wear pretty crazy hats, but when it comes to the flats, I like to have something a little bit more camo or a neutral color, and then you can keep your nice flashy cap for the photos or for the bar later that night. I'm sure you'll not only score fish on the flats, but you'll score at the bar that night too. And then then one thing is also very important. You know, you always see these beautiful pictures that everybody shows you, but you do get times when there's big rain squalls that comes past, and it can get miserable. It gets cold, the rain dumps down on you, and you want to make sure that you've got a nice good quality rain jacket, and just make sure that I mean, you need it. It's extremely important, and you'll see you'll be a lot more comfortable. As soon as that rain squall comes past, you can drop this off again and you can get ready for the rest of the day, and that's it. And just make sure that you have the right equipment, right clothing with you, and you'll have a much more enjoyable trip. And that's it. I'm here from East End Lodge, and enjoy your next trip.